Hi folks, Bob Dale for Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell lots of things, folks. We sell them only on eBay. The past few years we have sold literally hundreds and hundreds, probably in the thousands of diesel trucks. We sell them because, A, they're such bargains, our customers like them, and my son absolutely loves diesel trucks. That all said, we only sell on eBay. So consequently, we're not open to the public. We don't have salespeople, tire kickers. So when you see our prices, that's why. We only sell on eBay, folks. If we sell something you can't run down the street and find, today we're going to sell such a truck as that. Now, you know we like Big King Ranches, all that. We sell them all the time. We've got some listed. We're going to list an 08 Lariat after a while, that kind of thing. But our customers constantly call and say, hey, I need a work truck. I need something I can take to a job site. I need something I can take to deer camp. I need something I can just use. And we're going to list a truck like that today, folks. It's going to be a bargain. Pretty nice truck. It's an 07 Ford F350 1-ton. It's an XL. Listen to me, it has already had the EGR deleted. It's been tuned, all that done to it. Runs and drives just like it should, only got 180,000 miles on it. This car is a one-owner, truck's a one-owner, verifiable one-owner truck, belonged to a tire company, a big wholesale tire company here in town. Spent his whole life delivering tires. It has not been on the work site and all that, not been beaten, banged around. This truck is going to be such a bargain. Come on, we're going to show it to you. You can see it here at my hat. By the way, I've been at deer camp. I just came home to do these videos for Dan. Look at this truck. Good looking truck, windshield's good. Setting on tires are okay. We'll open here and show you. Inside, it's an XL, folks.
The seats aren't tore up. Got a fire extinguisher, stereo works, got the trailer brake controller, upfitter switches.
It's only got 180,000 miles on it. You can see here, it's got the rubber mat, so if you use it, you can hose it out and be done cleaned with it. Doesn't have any strange odors or smells in it. As I said, I've been at deer camp, so this truck is just such a bargain, folks. A 1-ton, what everybody needs, been in Mississippi all of its life. It doesn't have any rust issues, any of that. As I said, it's been tuned and deleted. Come around here. Here's your little prize that goes with it. It's got a Tommy lift. I don't know what these things cost. Dan's gonna say, watch it working here. Dan's gonna say $20,000. It's a joke, but he's been wanting to get even with his daddy anyway. Come on here, son. My little boy, come on. Ride us up, Dan. I imagine this Tommy lift, folks, costs just about what we're gonna sell the truck for.
$8,800.
$8,800. I don't know that you can buy one. I don't know what they cost. But anyway, look at there. Balance yourself, buddy. It just got one kind of heavy-duty hitch on it, son. Do you see that? Is that cool as fit? Nice truck. Not beat up.
It's got the camper spring package, got the zero rust, of course.
Did you show it? Look how clean it is, folks. Everybody's always worried about rust. All of our customers come from far away, so. But look, I mean, this is the way it came from the factory. I mean, look in here. I mean, it's not been in the mud, it's not been on a work site. But folks, I can see 1,000 uses for this. If you've got a website, I mean, if you've got a work site, a job site, you need this truck, gosh, it's ready to go. A hunting camp, a fishing camp, anything. That Tommy lift, Sandy's a 3-ball Tomcat, I'm telling you. And the engine, the diesel, having already been deleted, EGR deleted and tuned. Dan's gonna give you a ride and drive, rides and drives just like it should. It's gonna be a bargain. You're gonna sell it with no reserve or just best offer?
Best offer.
We're gonna sell it with best offer, so whatever you're thinking. My name's Bob Dale. My phone number is 601-218-1223. 601-218-1223. If you have a question about this, give me a call. If you want to tell me what you want to do and you're ready to buy it, we'll get together. We'll just throw something up and have you bid it off on eBay. We only sell through eBay. You have the buyer protection plan, the eBay buyer protection plan, which is a real deal. Guarantees you're going to get whatever you're buying, guarantees you're going to get your title and all that. A real deal, folks, because we've had to use it. But you can't buy a truck like this for what we're going to sell this one for. Don't care where you look or what you do, you can't find one like it. Especially with that Tommy lift and engines that's had the EGR deleted, been tuned and all that. Can't find one. Well, you can find one for about twice of what we're going to sell this one for. It's just that simple, folks. We're going to list this truck. If you have a need for it, give me a call or just send down an offer. We're real easy to deal with. That's why we have so many positive feedbacks. We have in the thousands of positive feedbacks. Unlike most of these people who sell dollars for a dime and dirty t-shirts and baseball caps to build their feedback, look at ours. They've got a motorhome or a truck or a trailer or a major purchase we made attached to them. We didn't do that. Look at our feedback. But I'm telling you, folks, it's a bargain. It's not a concourse truck. It's not something you want to drive to the club to play golf in. But if you need a good solid diesel truck and you need a Tommy lift and you need a work truck and you need to pull something, you need to work, by George, this truck's for you. Or if you just want one to put at your house to haul off the garbage, and I'm talking about just do work around the house for the money that's going to be involved here, you can't find a better deal. It's a 2007 Ford turbo diesel XL, a 1-ton, single rear axle, single rear wheel, only got 180,000 miles on it, been tuned, been deleted, runs and drives like it should, not beat up and all that, never been on a work site, never been ragged out. Hey folks, this truck's gonna be a bargain. So like I say, if you have any interest in it, send Dan an offer. You can call me and tell me what you're thinking. We'll be glad to talk about it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching our video. We do appreciate that very much. To our many customers around the world, we thank you for your business. And we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi.
Hi folks, Dan Dell here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive. But before I do, just want to point a couple things out. First of all, we don't clean under the hoods of these trucks. This is just how it came into us. So you can see how clean it is. But the main thing I want to show you, no blow-by. Now you can see just a little light haze of smoke, which some people confuse that with blow-by. Smoke is not blow-by. Smoke's no big deal as long as it's not puffing. And it's not here, you can barely even see it. But the main thing is I can set this oil filler cap down on the filler tube and it doesn't blow off. If it blows off, that means you've got engine compression getting past the piston rings and into the cylinders, and it means you got a wore out engine. But not the case with this truck. As you can see, it's got tilt and cruise, automatic, stereo, AC, got the tow command. I'm going to turn the AC off because it's a little too cold for that. Upfitter switches, these are just fuse switches. You can, if you want to add spotlights or whatever, you can, it's just some little fused on-off switches. Of course, you got your cup holders, got your on-off for the passenger airbag, and you've got a extra power outlet. And I will take it down the road. You'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. So the video may look a little shaky, but in person, this truck has a great ride and drive. It doesn't bounce you around or anything like that. And one thing you can take away from all that is that there's no squeaks or rattles. This truck is tight. Like Dad said, only 188,000 miles. This truck belonged to a large tire dealer and wholesaler, and basically they used it out on the interstate hauling tires between their locations. They got locations all over the state, so they used it just, you know, if they needed to run 10 or 15 or whatever tires from North Mississippi to South Mississippi or whatever, they just get in this truck and carry and run them down there. So that's why the seats are in such great shape. This truck's just been out on the highway and got a bunch of highway miles. Although, you know, we've seen these, it is a 6-liter diesel, but we've seen these with 500,000 and 600,000 miles. If you treat them right and you maintain them, they're just as long-lived as any 7.3 there is. And part of that is deleting the EGR cooler, which we went ahead and did. It didn't need it. It looked to have been changed fairly recently, but all the 6 liters we get, we delete them and put a little 40 horsepower tow tune, which you can tune a 6-liter without having to stud it as long as you stay under 100 horsepower. But with this little tow tune, it maximizes fuel economy, gives you a little extra power, but doesn't stress out the engine or anything. So that's what we run, is an H&S tow tune in it. And I'll also point out it's got the tow mirrors on it, and you can see, or maybe you can't see, but this truck doesn't pull to the left or right. When I hit the brakes, it doesn't pull or shake when I hit the brakes. All that's in good shape. Riding and driving, no issues there. You may hear a little wind noise. I think the passenger window's cracked just a hair. I forgot to check, but the cab itself is tight. There's no leaks or anything, obviously. The windshield, no cracks, no rock pecks at all. Windshield's in good shape. This is one of those trucks, if you want to fly in and drive it home, you can. I would not hesitate to get in this truck and drive it anywhere. Or if you want to have it shipped, you're not going to be disappointed when it arrives. It's just as good of a solid truck in person as it is in these pictures and this video. And you know, if you do want to ship it, if you don't have time to fly in, which we'd rather you fly in, you know, we like to meet our customers, but if you don't have time, you want to have it shipped, don't be scared off by the first quote you get, because if you're not in a hurry and you don't mind waiting anywhere from a few days to a few weeks, you can get on places like U-Ship and others like that and get a lot better deal on shipping. So, you know, just remember that you've got that option, because you'll find somebody that's got an empty spot that's headed from my direction and in your direction that would rather cut a deal than drive with an empty spot on their truck. So that's always a possibility, and you can save as much as half off these just generic online quotes. So keep that in mind. And also, if you're in Orlando, Atlanta, or Dallas, call me. We can get you a real good deal on shipping. So just keep that in mind. My number is 601-376-9869. If you have any questions, you know, about how this tune works, about the delete and all that stuff, just call me. This truck, we don't have you know, maintenance records, because obviously it's a fleet, they traded it in, but I can just tell you from looking, you can tell a truck that's been maintained and one that hasn't, and this one's been maintained. And that's the key on these 6 liters. Change the oil every 5,000 miles, change the fuel filter every other oil change, and use Ford filters. If you do that, these engines will literally, they'll last forever. They're solid. But you've got to do those things, and like I said, the EGR is deleted, so you know the issue areas are handled. And this truck is just ready to get in and use. It's not one you're going to have to start working on when you get it home or anything like that. It's just ready to go right now. Doesn't need anything. All we've had to do is we're going to put a new blower motor in it, probably tomorrow or Monday. So that'll be done before you pick it up. That's included. That's the only thing we know of that's wrong with it, and we're going to fix it. But everything else works. I just hit the cruise. You can see the cruise light came on. Now it goes off. I just turned the cruise off, and you can see I've been driving it now for nearly 10 minutes, and there's no warning lights on. You know, it's easy to kill the service light just for a little while, but once you start driving it, if it's got a problem, it's going to pop back on. But you can see No service lights on, wipers work, horn works, everything on the truck works like it should. It's ready to get in and put to work. And if you don't need this Tommy lift, well, it's actually a Maxson lift, I think is the name brand, but we call all of them Tommy lifts down here. But you know, it's worth a lot of money, so you know, you can always sell it and get a regular tailgate and bumper if you don't need it, but it's real handy to have. So anyway, if you have any questions, like I said, give us a call. Otherwise, we appreciate you watching our video and hearing everything we have to say about this truck, and we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.